already. See if we can get this door done now. Alright, so over dinner I had some time to think about stuff. Was it dinner? Was I doing this before dinner or before lunch? I think I stopped for lunch. But I think I figured out the array that I need, the formulas that I need. And it's going to be pretty involved, but here we go. So we're going to need, we've got our panel width max, and I do want to go ahead and make a panel width minimum. And we're going to call this, yep, that's a type parameter. I am going to go ahead and let's make this, instead of dimensions, let's put it under, let's put it under constraints. Nope. I don't want to put it under constraints. I don't want to put this under. Let's just leave it under other for now. And we're going to do that with these as well. Just put all this under other. And this is really about being organized with our parameters here. Panel height can be put under other since it's calculated. Door height we want to keep under this. This is fine. Door length is fine. We can put that under here. So, and then height and width that are scheduled are put in there. Panel width minimum. Isn't that? I don't know what that parameter is for. Roller housing depth we can keep right there, but I think we want to move it down kind of towards the bottom. So we move that up to the top. Height and width are probably going to be the two most prominent, so I'm okay with kind of putting those in there for now. Adjustable leveling depth can be down here. We don't really need thickness, but we can't delete it, so we're going to keep that right where it's at. Rough width, rough height. I'm going to get rid of that. Oh, forget you. Can't have a blank value. Yeah. Door length, door height, that's all fine. Okay, so number of panels. Number of panels is going to be driven by, let's see here, panel max. So we need quite a few parameters here. And basically what this is going to look like, this is going to look like if my panel number of panels max is greater than number of panels min, then we want this to be number of panels min. Otherwise, we want it to be number of panels max. Now, I don't have any of these parameters, so I can't do that right now. So, but what we're going to do is we're going to go backwards and we're going to define these. So let's just, I'm going to open up Notepad and we're going to type this all out. It's the boring part, but it's kind of the necessary evil in order to stay organized here. So number of panels integer equals, I'm just going to copy this. There we go. So let's go backwards here now. We've got number of panels max. And this is going to take our minimum and maximum panel width, and it's going to figure out what our number needs to be in order to array those panels across based on what the width of the panels are. So, and then we get to test it all to see what works. So number of panels max is going to be basically round up number, and this is going to be an integer as well. Number of panels number, which is a number. Okay, so that's a parameter, which is a number. Okay, and that's just going to be width divided by, oh wait, we need, this is max. Number max, there we go, width. So this is width divided by panel width max, right? So then we got number of panels minimum, which is an integer. And that's basically going to be if the number of panels, nope, number of panels, so we need an integer and a number of panels, int min. Do we need that? I think we do. I mean, if it's less than 2, then we want to say, well, no, this is 2 only, because we don't want less than 2 panels. Let's see, and then it's going to be number of panels. That's it. Round down. I'll have to look up and see what the syntax for that is in a little bit. Number of panels int min. There we go. Number of panels int min, which is an integer. That doesn't seem right. Looking back at my notes here, so I feel like I need an integer and a number for each. I need so I need number of panels number minimum, which is a number, and this is going to be width divided by panel width minimum. And that's going to give us the number of panels if the panel width is the minimum based on the width. Okay. Number of panels and an integer min and number of panels integer max. And these are both integers, right? And we want to control whether that rounds up or down. So max is round up. Number of panels num max. Okay, let's do this. Let's keep this organized properly. And then number of panels int min is, this is where we do the math. If number of panels num min is less less than 2, then we want that to be 2. Otherwise, we want it to be round down number of panels min. Like so. That's where we do that, not up here. And then maybe what I was doing here, it looks like, yeah, that's what I did essentially. So I can basically get rid of this right here, because that's essentially the same thing. Okay. All right, so those are the parameters that I need. Let's go ahead and make them. So we want, oh yeah. Oh wow. What have I done? I've completely undone all the stuff that I just did. Oh man. Let's put number of panels up in dimensions. No, that's going to be calculated. We're going to leave it in other. So first of all, let's come here. Let's move this back up. We can move this down. So yeah, that's fine. And let's move this down. And then this can go way down. And then sill track offset can be under other. Alright. Roller housing depth can be down here. I think so. Panel height. So we're going to stick that under other. Panel max height. We'll put those under other. Panel max width goes under other. And panel width we're going to stick under other as well. These are all calculated values that we need. And let's go ahead and create our parameters. First of all, we're going to hit OK in case we accidentally hit cancel again. That way we keep everything we just did. So let's go ahead and create these parameters. I know probably you want to look and see what this array looks like when we actually use it. So we're going to come in here, we're going to create this called number of panels min. And to keep my parameters naming convention similar, number of panels is the property and then it's a sub property of that, so we're going to do that. And the type of parameter is going to be a number, and we're going to keep it in other. And I think this is driven by a type parameter, so I think we're okay to leave it as a type parameter right now. So we're going to do that. And we're going to go ahead and create another parameter. This is called number of panels num. We're going to just do min, max. And this is going to be a number. All right. And go ahead and create our next parameter. This is number of panels max. It's going to be an integer. Yikes. Integer, put it under other, that's great. Let's do number of panels min. And we're going to make this an integer. Okay. And then I think this is, we can just straight up use number of panels here. So let's go ahead and put our formulas in. So this is, the minimum is going to be width divided by panel. Do I not have panel width minimum? Panel max width. I could have sworn I had a panel minimum width. Okay, so I need to make that parameter as well. Let's make a new parameter. Panel min width. Probably should be width minimum, but I already have max width, so we're going to leave it like that. And this is a type parameter. And we're going to let that one be something that they can put in themselves. But for now, we're going to say that this is under other. No, let's keep this under dimensions, because that's going to be something that they can put in. But it can be, oh my goodness, I've done and messed it up. Let me change the name. Yep, okay. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Well, let's see if I can get away without doing that. Except I've just lost all the parameters that I just made, so I get to do that again. But now that I know, I need a panel, and then width, length. Okay, let's move that down. Let's move it up here, because that's going to be one that's going to be input right there. Let's say that's 3 feet. Alright, so we can create these parameters again, oh boy. Number of panels, min. And that is a number. Number of panels, max. And that is a number. And then the number of panels, max. That is an integer. Number of panels, min. And that is an integer. Alright. Let's see where we're at with that. I'm going to hit at least apply. Hit OK. And let's go from here. The number, so number minimum is going to be width divided by panel dot min width. Right. And max is going to be width divided by panel dot max width. Yep, gotta learn how to spell it. Okay. So we now have a minimum and maximum number of panels. Right, so number of panels minimum is going to be if number of panels it's going to be, oh I see. I think we can get away with this. If number of panels num min is less than 2, then we want this to be 2. Otherwise, we want to round down number of panels int max. Let's see. Number of panels int max is not. Oh, number of panels num max. And we need 2 parentheses there. So we've got those two, we got that good. And this is going to be round up number of panels num max. Except I think this needs to be minimum. Yeah, there we go. So now we've got 6 and 8 right there. So now this expression is going to be essentially what we're doing is we're calculating, okay, which of these array numbers do we want? That's going to be, this is the one that we're probably going to have to fine tune the most to figure out if what we have is correct. Number of panels max is greater than number of panels min, then number of panels min, otherwise number of panels max. Number of panels. Gotta remember what you named all of your parameters. Okay. So, let's see what we've got here. let's just go, let's make it a 24 foot long. Oh, it's already 24 foot long. So let's go with like a 36 foot long. Alright, and let's just see how this works. We can apply. Hey, that looks like it did work. Let's do kind of a weird number, 33 feet. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's do 8 feet. I'm glad that it's automatically 2, and I bet the panel width is 4 feet. I wish it would stop all the way over there. What is the actual panel width? We might need to be able to schedule that parameter in order to show what the panel width is. Maybe not. Let's see. So if we change this to a 6 foot, and then our panel width is, oh my lord. Can we not with the moving of that every time? Panel width, 3 feet. So if I do I just do like 7 feet, we should get panel width 3'6". So let's just kind of play with it and see if we can break it. So if we do like 3 foot 11.5 feet. Oops. I did not mean to do that. Yeah. I don't know what this dialog box is doing. I don't understand why it has to readjust itself every time I enter a value. So let's make this width like 8 foot 7 and 7/16 of an inch. So we now have, so this is an issue. The panel width is actually more than what we've got here. So what is that threshold then? So if I do 9 feet, it'll do 3 of 3. So we don't want that. We don't want that panel width to go over 4 feet. Let's just see if we do flush. Okay, so we need to make sure that so this one isn't quite going flush with the track. So I want to go ahead and take this, and we're just going to align and lock that. So, oh, we did want to try to break it and see if we can get less than 2 panels. So let's see what happens if we go and say, let's say 3'6". Okay, parameter number of panels has an invalid value, so number of panels, number of panels max. So where did we get the 1 from? So we're only calculating that in the number of panels minimum. So for some reason, we assume that number of panels max would always be that. So we actually need this to be if number of panels num max is less than 2, then 2, otherwise that. Okay, so we can get it to where it's always 2, but we don't necessarily want it to be less than the min. So we don't have a catch that says if it's less than that, to not allow it. Which in some ways I'm okay with, because I'm going to hard code these, and I think it's going to be up to the user basically to figure out what works properly. So let's go ahead and make some types. So I'm just going to make a couple, and I'm going to export those and then open them up as a catalog. If I can remember how to do that. Oh, let's see if I can remember how to do that. I might have to actually hit F1 for this. Alright, so let's just make a couple. We're going to make a 6080. That's probably going to be a typical one that's used a lot. The height is 8 feet. The width is 6 feet. Oh. Interesting. Oh, it did update it. Good. Okay. Ooh, my monitor just adjusted to nighttime and that did not work well for my eyes. I'm just gonna make this rough width. Okay. So that gives us 3-foot panels, 3-foot wide panels. That's good. So let's go ahead and make a 9080 and make the width 9 feet. Okay. Let's save this. And I need to figure out, I need to remember how to make my catalog here. And lookup tables. Alright. Revit create family catalog. Create place type catalog. Okay. Yeah, that's create a type catalog. Page not found. No one knows how. There's a way to export open family contains all the parameters and data. It's an export family types tool. Okay, so I was there. I just didn't export. There we go, family types. That's what I needed. Class expanse. This is going to be type catalog. There we go, and let's go ahead and open that up in Notepad. Oop. Alright. So this is a kind of a special formatted file here. And essentially what this is going to allow us to do is to create our types. I wonder what this is. It has all of our parameters in it essentially. And you can see that it has all the parameters defined here. And then, so what we'll do is we'll basically take this and it's comma separated. So what we could actually probably do, if I save this, just to make things a little bit easier, I can probably open it up in Excel. Let's just see if I can drag this up here. Is that going to work? Can I edit that in Excel? I feel like I should be able to. File open. I wonder if we can import. File import. Nope. This is going to be all files. Text. Open. I'm pretty sure nope. Alright, well that sucks. Alright, so here we go. So 9.0, we're going to do a 12.0, 8.0, and this is essentially, so 12, and then we can do a 15.0, 8.0, oh. And then 18.0, 8.0. And then we're going to do the 4-foot increments. So this is going to be 8.0, 8.0. So we're going to say 8 feet. And then, so here's the question. Number of panels, minimum height. Panel width. Where is panel width? Panel width. So I think we got a couple that say 3 feet. So we got panel width, panel min width. So I think it's this one right here. This one right here needs to be set to 4. And I think I'm gonna split these out into their own group here. So then it's what? 8.0, 12.0. Ooh. So that's a good one. Question is, will it let us actually set that 4 foot? So we need to say this is 12.0, 3 foot. So this is 12 with a 4 foot panel. That's right. So then we've got 16. So I think this should work. So now, if we're just going to save that. Just make a new project so we can start testing this. Load this. Oh, actually I did mean to do it this way so that we can all these come in? Nope, just those two. So if we take this, oh. I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, it's gotta be the same as the... Why did it do that? Did I rename that? Surely I didn't rename that. Did actually load that. Yeah, let's do that. So let's bring this in again. See, it should be prompting us to load specific types. Let's load a family. There we go. So that's what I was looking for right here. So let's see if we can load these. So I've got this, and we should be able to say now. So we can say seal is flush. Oh, I gotta go back. I gotta uncheck that because we probably don't want it to be flush by default. Okay, this is why we test things. So we go 8.0. Okay, that should probably be 2 4-foot panels. 9.0. Apparently there's no difference between 8.0 and 9.0. Or 12.0. And we got 14. Did I not change any of these? Yeah. 6, 9, 12 with, oh, you know what? Because I'm an idiot, where is, so there's door height. So this is what I needed to change right here. But because I'm an idiot, I did it wrong. So we get to do that again. Alright, so let's just go ahead and delete this. And let's bring this back up. This is the family. And let's look here. Let's go ahead and let's redo the export. Why is it still open? It shouldn't be open. I'm pretty sure it's not open. So you should be able to delete it. It's literally not in use anywhere. Unless for some reason Revit has captured it. God. Wow. What has the file open? I can't write over this because something hasn't opened. Oh my lord. It's actually not open in Revit. Revit is not open. Jeez. Okay, let's try this one more time. Let's open this right here. And actually, all these types in here are actually pointless because I need to actually bring this into the door family that's going to cut the wall. In fact, I might as well go ahead and do this. Let's do new family, and let's do this is going to be door. Let's just do straight up door. Or go. Right, and we don't need... Well, we might be able to use casing, we'll see. Let's go ahead and load this in to my door. And I'm just going to set it over here for now. We can make it aligned to the center, that's fine. And then what we have to figure out is, where is that supposed to go in relationship to the wall? So one thing we do want to do is we're going to, it does look like we've got different, they did finally figure out that they needed to make different widths of walls in order to make sure that we're good with different thicknesses of walls. So that's good. Where is the width? There it is. Okay, we're definitely not going to need those symbols. And this is where we're actually going to make our types that will control the other door, basically. So what we do want to do is let's go ahead and associate the height and width parameters. We actually want to associate door length with width and door height with height. And let's see, I don't think there's any other parameters we really want to associate right now with this. We can, however, go ahead and say we do want a flush sill parameter. So let's go ahead and make a flush sill parameter. Let's go ahead and make that new parameter. Flush sill, and that's a yes or no parameter. Let's make an instance. It's an yes no. And that'll be under, sure, we'll put it under other. And then we want it to be off by default. Okay. And then we'll come in here and sill flush, flush sill. Perfect. Okay, so by default that is off. So just to see here, let's go ahead and let's make a 6080 like we did. 6 foot width, 8 foot height. By. Very good. Now let's say flush sill. Very good. One thing we did not do is we did not say, oh, we did. Good. Okay. The question is will that transfer through another host? That's going to be one thing that's going to be tough to figure out. But we'll get there. Okay. So we've got all of that. And, well, let's just make a few more, I guess. So let's do 6080. Let's do 6068. So height is 68. Right. And then we might as well do 6010. Or that. There we go. Let's just get this out of the way. I don't know why this is here. Okay. And let's go ahead and export the family types again.